I just wanted to cover what I see in this Boeing, right? So last week I was looking for and I was playing for a pop above the 200, right? That didn't happen. Boeing loves to fail at levels like this. So, no reason not to think that if it got to a level today, that it wouldn't. The only difference is that when it got to the level and didn't fail and popped, that was an opportunity, if you were in a right, to morph a trade and to morph a trade and make it an offensive weapon. So I want to show you guys how we can break this thing down and how you could have broken it down real time to see, how and if that was going to work. So here was your potential breakout that failed, right? So immediately, what's the easiest and the first thing that you can do if you're just sitting here observing this? And if you put this trade on looking for a fade, if you don't do something like this, you're doomed to keep making the same mistakes over and over again because you don't have any targets. So number one, I can just throw a fib on this and say, okay, I got this first move. All right, and TradingView is going to be persnickety with me. So I got this first move, right? So what happens? You get the first move and you got a retracement. Look at where it went to. It went right to the 382. Like, I didn't make that up. I can't make that up. So now what else can I do? All right, now I can say, okay, I've got a place where it pulled back and it's starting to bounce. So do I have another opportunity to run up to this area? And if this area this time breaks, can I play it either for upside, or if I'm going to morph it, can I catch a pop here? And that's what this is all about, is just looking for the opportunity. You might not get it all the time. This might not transpire, but for the number of times that it's tried, it's worth the opportunity. Now, here's the other thing that you could have looked at is if you had put an anchor down and on this pull, you'd said, listen, I got a touch of the 382. It's bouncing here. And now the anchor VWAP is offering support and potentially giving me the opportunity to rip. So if you morph here on your trade, you go from 228.60 and in the move up, somewhere in the move up, you're not only break even, but you're green, right? To 232.10. So I want you guys to see how you can catch a move like that. Now, the converse to this trade is, okay, now it had that move, right? So let's redraw the fib. Okay, so now that you've had that move, okay, so now where can this retrace to? So it came to the 382. It did not stop there this time. So what am I looking for? The place that I like to look for bounce is at the 50% retrace. Oh, and by the way, the anchored VWAP is here now. I can also do another anchor. Now I can actually do two of them. I can do one off of this candle here. And then I can also do one off of the high. And this would be my red one. So if you were looking short, you're like, okay, now it's starting to come in. You could have been looking at a short and then maybe covering here at the anchored VWAP, which also is very close to this new short-term fib that we put in there, right? And now you're coming into this level of the 50% retrace. You've got another anchored VWAP, which goes back to its highs. And then you've got another anchored VWAP, which is a very short-term anchored VWAP. So do you guys see how in real time you should be at least putting down some of these footprints and these layers so that if you are involved in a trade, you can make adjustments on the fly so that it works out in your favor?